see how it does, and you see how it works. You see some weaknesses. Will you get run over by fast decks? Will you get beaten by control decks? What are some things you can do? And I'll show you how to do that when you play a game here. So we're playing a rank 25 opponent. Well, we're not going to really see a great example of some things, but early game, you want those two cards specifically. You want the Allergist and you want Bunny Bowman. Bunny Bowman to clear out bad things. Allergist, early board presence. Likey. And there's the Dutiful Dragon, so pretty nice. Big boss for late game. What I'm going to do is walk you through my thought process in game. So, end turn, looking pretty good. Tigress, early game, is very difficult, even with newer players, because they have made a good deck for Tigress, and she can be very aggressive if played right. So, you got to be careful. She's using her Chi. Let's see if she's going to the Armory. That's a very good move, early game for Tigress. She might be looking for her ultimate ability, which is smart. So we're pondering the known universe right now. We'll see what happens here. The key thing here in any game is patience. And
I'm sorry, but I must do this.
Talking trash on him. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to the Armory because, number one, it gets me weapons. And number two, is building my hand in case I get a Candy K9. Now you might ask, Shifu, why didn't you attack there? I didn't attack because I don't want to get into a life trading with a Tigress player. Her goal as Tigress, most Tigress, is to hit hard and hit fast and drain me. You already know, because we're equipment players, that we're going to be a little slower. So we don't want to trade blows and lower our health and help her achieve her goal. We want to be a little smarter. Now, here's where Bunny Bowman has a double value, and why I love this card so much. That's a 3-1 minion. There's no way for me to deal with that. I don't want to put my Allergist in there and take 3 damage off the top. So I'm going to put my Bunny Bowman in. It's going to take care of the Fire Tail as such. Then what it allows you to do is put it in guard. And Tigress can only do 2 damage unless he puts his big attack into it, which is even better because he wastes it. He can't get through Bunny Bowman, which means whatever card he calls out is not going to hit my face this turn. It's going to finish off my Bunny Bowman as such. So here, right there, that would have been 2 damage already taken away from Bunny Bowman. This hero's going to hit Bunny Bowman, and we're good to go. See, we're holding back. And against Tigress, you know, like I said, this deck is really well constructed. You're going to take damage, and they're going to come at you fast. And you have a slow deck. You got to be patient. And there we go. There's Candy K9. We have cards in our hand because we got that equipment. We go ahead and put him in guard. We could have attacked and cleared him out if we wanted. We're just going to do that. We could have attacked, in other words, the 2-5, and then attacked, cleared out. That'd been a fine strategy. Because Tigress does have cheap shot and a lot of ways to clear your minions to push damage to face. You don't want to call out the Dutiful Dragon, in my opinion, until turn 6, because what will happen then is you play him turn 4, and then you draw a card from the Armory and does 3 damage. So he's pumping all of his... That's fine too. He's putting a lot of damage into that one card. Didn't really need to do that, just took 3 damage necessarily. But right there, a lot of damage in that card. So it's a 4/4, and that's kind of an issue. So what do? Well, a couple different things. Fire Emblem wouldn't help because he has a +2/+2 equipment. If I had my Deceptive Dancer, I could just steal it, but I don't have it. I could put my pig out there, but it wouldn't kill it. My Dutiful Dragon, I don't have enough to draw, so it doesn't do 3 damage. I could put my Protector, and it wouldn't do too much. So I'm just going to draw a card from the Armory, and I'm just going to play this pig out here and see if he just goes ahead and attacks the pig, which he probably will. And what that does is, even if it just does 1 damage to him, next turn my Komodo, when I take a card, might be able to pick it off. So we'll see what happens. Okay, he's using scrolls to clear it out. That was a good play. That wasn't a great play, but he attacked. And I'll show you why you wait to turn 6 now to play the Komodo. So there's that Komodo, right? We go a card from the armory, and he goes down. Now, we're going to leave him in a non-guard position. I do this a lot. That hopefully my opponent does not attack him and leaves him on board because he's a threat. And he's going to attack him because he probably realizes that's a pretty big threat. But I try not to give him the option of realizing it. So a smart move would be to attack that 1/6. A lot of Tigers players are greedy and go face. He wasn't, which is very smart. Now remember, you got to weather the storm. You got to have patience. So what would you do here, those playing at home? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to use the Fire Emblem. And what that does is makes him a 1/1 and does small digestible pieces. And I'll play the Hungry Hog and not in guard again. Now Tigers will probably have a Kelp Taker here, and he'll probably have or something big because that's the way the deck's designed really well with all the cards that come with the set. So you can make it to champion with a basic Tigers deck. They're very strong. And this player is very smart. He's continuously going for me and clearing the board, and that's called board presence. He's fighting for board control. And that's very, very smart. Now, we just talked about it in the tutorial video, clearing out what this is good for is clearing out a 5 damage minion. That's not a big threat, it only does 2 damage, but I'm going to wait because I have another one of these. And I'm going to go for that, and guess what that does? It does 3 damage. I'm going to put a, I'm going to put this on him. Put this on him. I'm going to attack because it'll restore 2 health, so it'll be like nothing happened. Put him in guard and clear out this one. Sorry, a lot of thought process, didn't explain it well. What I'm trying to do is just heal my minions, give me a line of defense. The Hungry Hog is just there to just be a defensive wall. He didn't have 3, and I want my Komodo protected because he does 3 to everything. Now that was obviously a misplay on his part. You want to play that when you have creatures on the board. And he's going to kill my Hungry Hog. Okay. Cheap Shot's Hungry Hog. And losing his cards. New player, but you're getting the idea of still was a little bit of stuff to deal with there. Ended his turn. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my Pack Protector. I'm going to put a weapon on him. He gets +1/+1. Gets the weapon. I wish that also, because it's a weapon, would increase my Pack Protector, but it doesn't. I'll put the 3/4 in guard. I'm going to hit with the 5. And I'm just going to end my turn. Why didn't you hit with a 1/7 Dutiful Dragon, you might be asking? Because it's Tigress. 1 damage isn't going to make that big a difference. And it opens him up to Cheap Shot. And that's the guy I'm going to use to clear out his minions by going to the armory. And also, now that I have my Pack Protector at a 5/5, if he does send something out, I have Attack, which would do 5 damage to 2 of his minions he brings out. So I have a lot of board clear options on the board. This deck is very functional, very, very good. You probably quit seeing that the end was near. It takes a little bit of playing, takes a little bit of patience. You've got to realize you're going to take damage against fast decks. Don't play cards without, play your Dutiful Dragon on turn 6 if possible. Hold off on some things. You may not have some of these legendaries. And if you don't, what I can do is after this game, I will go ahead and tell you replacements for those legendaries. Because you don't necessarily need these legendaries, like Big Boss. I love Big Boss, man. I'm a big Metal Gear fan, so that name well is pretty awesome. But you don't necessarily need them. You can do it with commons and uncommons. Matter of fact, I might do that. I might just go ahead and do a uncommon version of this deck, a non-legendary version, to show you what you can do with it and actually become much more synergistic and just as strong. So I'll show you. And so there's where it pumps him up. Framing +1/+1, because that will also, you pumping him up because that will also give him, it gives your parry even that much more. There's your blank canvas to put an equipment on, which still pumps up your wolf. And just hit him. Hit him. Hit him. Put him in guard. Hit him. He's pretty much done. But right now, if he were to summon a minion out, attack would deal 7 damage to 2 minions. It's really good. And you saw the blank canvas of the Proud Brewer, which we talked about. It gave him a +1/+1, which synergized with the attack. It gave me a blank canvas to put a weapon on, which synergized with him, and so forth. You get the idea. We'll just go ahead and finish it. 5, 2, and that's it. So what I'll do now is I will show that's an equipment Shen called Weapons of War. And probably everybody's wondering my stance on Shen. Why are you playing Shen again? Well, now he's back in line with everybody else, so he's fun to play and can be challenging. So I'm playing him more. Okay, so let's go back to. And if you're talking to me in I know I'm streaming, I don't have video chat up, so I'm not seeing anything. I'm sorry. I'll check the chat log afterwards. Thank you everybody for being in here. I'm just kind of going, you know. I can try to see if I can check it out here, but while I get on, let's see, and let's see, Twitch chat. Let's see. My computer just does not want to play Twitch. I can't see it. Alright, so I still can't see. Sorry, guys. And gals, whoever may be out there. Alright, so look at the deck. So, Weapons of War. So, right there, that's a really good card. It's an epic. It's a blue. It comes with a set. Common. Blue. Common. Comes with a set. Blue. Epic. Comes with a set. Blue. So there's not a lot of expensive cards in here. Comes with a set. A legendary. So I got 1 legendary, 2 legendary, 3 legendary, 4 legendary cards in here. Easily changed out, and it would make the deck faster. You can put take Jinhu and Master Flying Rhino out, and you can substitute them with the Goose I love so much. You can substitute them with, not her, excuse me, Axe Grinder. You put 2 Axe Grinders in there instead of Jinhu and Flying Rhino. Instead of Big Boss and Master Croc, you can put in a combination of a couple different things. You can go with champions, 2 champions. You can go with 2 nagging nannies, or you can go with 2 Trample Horns, which are commons. So 2 Trample Horns make your deck faster, 2 Axe Grinders instead of those 4 legendaries, and the deck is as good. Let's see if I can show you real quick, and I'll just kind of build a new deck with that theme from the beginning. So this deck will be, matter of fact, I will do no anything other than a blue or a common, and show you how to do that with just blues or commons, and or comes with a card. So to start off, we want our Confident Contractor for sure. 1 Feathered Fury for now, because I'm not sure how much we'll need after this. I'm going to put the cards we must have first. because now we have missing some. We'll put 2 of those, 1 of those, 2 of those. And you get the idea. You're not missing much. So we'll put 1 of him in there to change it up a little bit. Luckily, the Bunny Bowman is 2. Hungry Hog is 2. And, of course, the Cottontail Cook is a blue. Proud Brewer is a common. Allergist is a blue. So you see right there, we're already building pretty much the same deck with the same cards. Axe Grinder is a common. Let's see. We'll look at what we have here. Just throwing some cards in there that I thought about. And that's something you can do. Just put in kind of seemingly synergistic cards. I like, instead of Champion, Champion's really good. I like Nagging Nanny as a stronger card just because of 1 more higher health. 2. And let's see. Blue. What else did I say? You could do. You could probably do. I'm trying to think what I say. Nagging Nanny, and let's see. At 27. Let's look at our. We tap on it. Look, we got a ton of early game, not a lot of late game. So let's put some late game muscle in here. We do. So we got 2 Nagging Nannies, a Scarface. We have a lot of weapons that come with, or we can equip with. Oh, the new card. That's what it was. But I think I can't use it because I think it's an epic. So Weapon Caddy would be good. A lot of epics would be good in here, but we're not doing that. So we're gonna go big or go home, and we're gonna go big with 5 drops. Trample Horn, 2 Trample Horns, and an Elegant Elephant is a really good card. It's just an Alchemist. I don't know how that got in there. Trample Horn, Nagging Nanny. An Elegant Elephant is a really good card. Let's see if we can go with the 7 card. People don't use that much. It's really good. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go with that 3 cost 2/5 that I like. The Fleon, the Flutist. I like that. Just go 1 of her in there. And then I think we're going to go with, we got all the weapons in here. I think we'll go with the Condor, since we have a little bit more of blank canvases. Tough Talons. We have 1 Fire Emblem, 1 Feathered Fury. Let's go with that. So let's look at our deck. We have 24 under 4 costs or less. Maybe a bit extreme. We don't have a lot of big beef. We got some 5 drops and a 6 drop. I think Scarface will work really well in this deck because we'll have a lot of weapons on the board. So let's try it. So we'll do instead of Weapons of War, because it's not it's cheaper. We'll go Weapons of Battle. A little lower scale war. But how about we go? We'll go cheap weapons. And then we that's a pretty strong deck. It's pretty nasty. Everything's synergized. So this is equipment. You're getting health for equipment. This is a blank canvas. This puts equipment onto blank canvases. Blank canvas, heavy hitter. It sets everybody down to 1/1 unless you have equipment. Gains health for equipment. It does damage more damage if you have equipped characters. Does damage when you go for equipment. Blank canvas, brings his own equipment. Blank canvas, pump up, blank canvas, has equipment, heals, brings equipment, and just Bunny Bowman. So pretty solid. You can't do it as synergized as the other one because without the legendaries and the epics that really bring it together, you just have a basic beatdown deck with a weapon-centric focus. it's not as focused. Like the what you're missing out of this is you're missing the Deceptive Dancer that steals a weapon. It synergizes really well with Attack, which is epic, that really brings home the weapons to bear, which is why you had some cheap weapon cards. You're also losing Jinhu, which puts a weapon on somebody, which synergizes with Attack. You're losing Master Flying Rhino, brings a weapon into play. You're still using a steel weapon in a big creature, another blow up, and another steel weapon. So you're losing a little bit of synergy and specificity, but you're gaining a pretty solid deck. So let's try it out. Cheap weapons will fight, and when you don't have big creatures, you can still win with a tightly focused early game. So there we go. We're going against a level 10 Legendary Wolf, an actual really good player. I played him a lot of times actually. We're gonna keep this deck in hand. I like it because we have our Candid Canine. It's gonna be pretty big when he comes out turn 4. May even coin him out in turn 3. So it's a really good Shen player we're playing against, which end our turn. We don't need to go first because we can sit there and save our hand. That's a good card for Shen too because it allows him to draw a card. So I'll kind of be looking at both Shen decks here and give you an idea of what works and what doesn't. Clear it out. Gain a card because it's making our Candid Canine better. And I think what we'll do in this case is we're going to coin out our Candid Canine, even though we lose a card for coin. We have a lot of cards in our hand, and it'll still be about 3-8, I think, which is good enough. I think he's doing the same thing, so it'll be a battle of Candid Canines, it looks like. Burly Ox. So he looks like he has a lot of common cards. So you can see this deck will be common cards against common cards. We're going to coin. You know, I probably should have just played my Allergist. I didn't really see the Allergist. I was too committed to that play. We're just going to clear this out. Allergist would have been really good there. The reason being is the Allergist would have taken just 1 damage off of the Burly Ox and would have made him a 3-5, which is really tough to deal with. I rushed into that play. I don't know exactly what kind of deck he's running right now. It looks like a lot of little minions, which is just intriguing in a Shen. I'm not sure. So he's trying to chop down at my 3-3, which is, I understand that. So at turn 4, we have a couple of different things we can do. We're going to take advantage of our pig. We're going to run it, make it a 3-5, clear that out. We're just going to clear out his board. We're going for board control here. He's a lot of little minions. See what he does with this. It looks like just a straight rush deck. Yeah, it's a straight rush deck based off of my more popular videos. Could have played a little more patience and could have set up a better combo with that. What you want to do in this case is obviously on turn 6 we're going to go... Do we have it in our hand? No, we don't have it in our hand. I thought we did. You want to take out that 4-3 Sheepish Student because he activates sorry, something else gets KO'd. So we'll do... They have the Sheepish Student. It's pumping out our pig. And right now, really, we're just overwhelming him because he has a lot of cheap minions. We have cheap minions, but our minions are bigger and pump up, and we're better blank canvases than his. Looks like he's running an aggro Shen, which is interesting. He's made it to rank 10, so obviously it's had some success on ladder. I don't. I'm not sure. It's interesting, you know. Okay, so okay, I don't know what to say about that. So a lot of things we can do here. We don't really have any equipment to play off of. So we're just going to do this, put him in guard, get an equipment, and we're just going to hit him here. And just clear it out, end our turn. He has no cards in hand. We're really in no threat here. We're in a dominant position. The 2/6 is going to blow up and clear out everything he has. Equipment Protector, Feathered Fury. It's just going to end up blowing up his side. So it's a 2/1 when he runs a 3/4 into it. I'm just going to show you. It runs a 3/4 into it. It's going to blow up and clear it out. So now we can do a couple different things. We'll put our Pack Protector, put an equipment on him, attack, end our turn. Now we have a bunch of things we can do. It's a pretty straightforward game, showing the power and early game presence of this deck. It's really tough to beat. There he goes. Good big minion there. Looks like he built a deck around fast and aggressive Shen. Yeah. So what we'll do there is, I could have done that before, it wouldn't have mattered really. Gives me an equipment. Play this here, attack him. Play this in guard. We'll go ahead and attack. Now that we have a dominant position, push him down, and we're very dominant. We have more cards in our hand. We have more creatures on the board. We have synergy in our hand. We can pump up a creature. We can put equipment and pump up. We have Shen's Cannon. We have equipment. We have equipment. It's looking pretty good. Confident Contractor. So it's a Shen Rush deck. All right. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do did that on purpose. I wanted to because it restores 2 health. Clear this out. Put them in guard, attack. And you start to see our building up a wall here. Very much like the Wolf Pig Shen deck I just did. Shen's Cannon, he's desperate. He's hoping it picks off one of my big guys. Hopefully, in his mind, the 4/5. It gives him a chance here, but it's pretty much over. I do appreciate the health. Hit me for 5. That's not the result he was hoping for. I am going to And I'm going to, it healed me up. Now what I'm going to do is play this to get an equipment, which will pump up my both wolves. Put them in guard, get another equipment, attack. And you see the synergy now with pumping up the weapon master, cannon canine, blank canvases, weapons in hand, healing with the hungry hog. You see it all working together. You don't have to have all legendaries. This was my legendary deck beat a level 25 player fairly easily, but still had a little bit of struggle because Tigress is good. I'm playing a level 10 or Rush Shen, and you see the score. I mean, you still can win. Alright, this deck is very similar to my Crane tempo deck, Rush deck. With Shen, it's pretty interesting. Really, just pumping my pack, just pumping him up. Pack Protector, just getting huge. And then so I have two creatures with attack. I'll play on Buddy Bowman, which gives me a blank canvas to play this on to pump him up. I'll go into the armory, play Shen's cannon, clear this off, clear this off, and win. And there you go. A cost-effective equipment Shen deck. Now with no legendaries, no epics, just whites, blues, and commons. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to build a deck and how to build different types of decks, the same theme. Shifu the cards. Have a great day. Okay.